Just recently, we saw that there's been extra red tape added to when veterans are seeking medical care and insurance. And I'm hoping that this film will bring a little bit more awareness to that bureaucracy and to the fact that we're not necessarily supporting them or providing the resources that they are promised initially, and that they get the care that they deserve.
Congrats on this movie. John, I'll start with you as an executive producer. What did you see in this story that made you want to bring it to the screen?
A really amazing script. I saw a script that told a story that got into a character arc rather than trying to make it a kind of popcorn thriller. I saw a director and a writer that collaborated in a way on a script that felt organic. It also felt like an opportunity for me as an actor to do something that gives me the opportunity just to use my skill set a bit more, just to show a little bit of versatility. And then added to that the chance to collaborate with, in my opinion, some of the best in the business. So that's what gave me the green light to just go, yeah, I would definitely like to come on board and jump on board even to produce creatively.
Yeah, and one of those powerhouses being Nicole. Nicole, at what point did you get involved and what did you see in this story?
I mean, just like John, it was the script, it was the auspices of the beautiful people. I really think the heart of Abby, our director, she really knew what she wanted to do with the story and had her own personal experience with veterans in her family, which we both shared. I have cousins and an uncle, and my grandfather served, and they all came back in different iterations of changed, So I felt like this is the first movie that deals with the ramifications of service. And I love a good victorious, big blockbuster war movie, but we never get to see the other side of that. And I wanted to be a part of that storytelling.
What did you find were some of the most valuable resources for you in telling this story and getting it right? Of course, you have the family, you have the article, you have the tapes. What were some of the things that you found were valuable?
I would say family members, first off, giving detail about how he was on the day-to-day. The various types of documentation that Abby collected prior to meeting me was very helpful. Details about what he was into, just an overall general perspective of what he was like, so that you're not kind of building a character based on this specific trauma, that you actually have someone layered in, a layered character walking into the bank, than to have his story start there, And so for me, getting that information was definitely useful.
Nicole, what do you hope people learn from Brian's story? And for both of you, is there any kind of action item that we can take away from here?
Just recently, we saw that there's been extra red tape added to when veterans are seeking medical care and insurance. And I'm hoping that this film will bring a little bit more awareness to that bureaucracy and to the fact that we're not necessarily supporting them or providing the resources that they are promised initially, and that they get the care that they deserve. So I hope that we have more of that conversation because of a film like this. And the timing is just, it's magical.
Yeah, I think it's closing the gap with conversation-wise. I think there's a lot of people that can't relate to the reality of these individuals. And I think the more and more we have conversations that get us on page in terms of how to help or how to vote. I'm a Brit, so I have to take my ass back to UK and vote accurately. But for you guys that have the power, I'm sure it will lead you to use your power as civilians of a great country, you know what I mean?
Well, I have to wrap, but I want to ask because, John, I feel like I'm going to be talking to you a lot this year, next year, but you did recently share that script cover for Attack the Block 2.
Yep.
Can you just give us a little tease about what you read and what we can expect?
There's more of them, you know what I mean? But no, we're very excited. Joe's in the lab cooking it up. I'm excited. I tend to not be the sequel person. It's like I want to do a sequel, but with this character, I'm like, yeah, I want to see him. I want to see where he's at for the past few years. So yeah, we're working now.